What's up, y'all? Marcus back here with another Pokemon Solo Run challenge. The last couple of challenges have been pretty brutal. First form starter Pokemon from Hoenn are not easy Pokemon to do a challenge with when it comes to a Solo Run challenge. So today I decided that I'm going to do a challenge that is a lot easier and very interesting. We're going to see if we can beat Pokemon Crystal using only a Celebi. And the answer is absolutely. We certainly can. But how low of a level can we be in order to win this challenge? My goal is level 60 or lower. And when you look at Celebi's stats, right? Celebi's stats are pretty even across the board. It has a total of 600, 100 for each stat, which is really good, honestly. It's a legendary Pokemon, so that makes sense. So I have no doubt in my mind that we can win. I think we are going to come across some challenges along the way, because if it's dual typing, which is interesting, it's a grass/psychic type, which is cool, but that means it's prone to a lot of weaknesses. You know, fire, ice, flying. You have dark type, quadruple resist, effective against it would be bug types, which is not too many bug type moves, so that's a good thing. But this should be a very interesting challenge. I'm very much looking forward to it. Its moveset leaves a lot to be desired in a sense of brute force. I believe Celebi was created if it's used for competitive use at all. I'm not sure because it's a legendary Pokemon, but if it is, it's pretty much a stall Pokemon. I mean, look at the moves that we have right now. Leech Seed, Confusion, Recover, and Heal Bell. That is excellent, actually, because that means during battles, we don't have to worry about losing as much. Unless something one hit KOs us, then we should be good. Even if we get status afflicted, we have Heal Bell, which, you know, eliminates any status afflictions that we have. So yeah, very much looking forward to this. I'm very, very excited about this. I've been wanting to do this challenge for quite some time. But yeah, now that we're here, let's go ahead and get started and see how well we do. So my first rival fight, I forgot to explain this in the beginning, but I gave my rival a Cyndaquil just because I figured it would be the hardest in the run to go against. We use Confusion. It takes half health, and 2 Confusions take it down. And Celebi is the medium slow group as far as leveling up. So, I don't know how else to really explain it. It levels up pretty decently. It's not super slow, but it's not super fast either. I guess that's how you can put it. But again, I'm going to be doing minimum battles. I'm already at level 7, so I'm going to try to skip as many battles as I possibly can to see how well this is. Oh, and let me explain the rules to run. So, as far as the rules go, no items in battle. Hell items are allowed, but I can't use like Hyper Potions, Super Potions, and stuff. I can have other Pokemon in my party, but I'm allowed to use them as HM users. I cannot battle with them. I cannot use any cheats other than, you know, the fact that I got Celebi. And I'm just trying to figure out what to name my rider. I'm going to name him Jerk. Matter of fact, we're going to name him Jerkface. No, I'll just keep Jerk, if I can get my lettering right. And by the way, the music that I'm playing in the background, just so it's fair, is a guy named Trez, aka Trez on the Track. Make sure you check out his music on his website. You can also check out his Facebook page as well. I'll leave a link in the description. I just want to make sure I am being, you know, modest when I post music on my channel, especially when it doesn't belong to me. I want to make sure they get the proper credit that they deserve and all that good stuff, and that they also get properly monetized. You know, copyrights and all that good stuff. And plus, he's a personal friend of mine, really cool dude. So yeah, make sure you check his music out. I'm gonna leave a link in the description below. But without further ado, let's go ahead and become the champion with only a Celebi. Alright, so here comes Faulkner. Knock out Pidgey in one hit, so that was good. Pidgeotto is up next. It uses Gust. It's doing damage, but it doesn't do much, and we easily get the win. And again, mind you, this is with minimum battles. I didn't even go to Sprout Tower because, one, I didn't want to level up too much, even though we're already a little over leveled for where I want it to be. And then number 2, we don't really need Flash until the end of the game, so I can always go back and get it later. So after we defeated Faulkner, we decided to go to the Professor Elm's aid in Violet City and receive an egg. I have no idea what's going to be inside, so I want you guys to comment below and tell me what you guys think the egg will hatch into. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm, as Majora says. Alright, Bugsy time. So, Metapod comes out first. We hit it with Confusion. It's going to be a 2-hit KO. Scyther, we have to watch out for Fairy Cutter because that'll be 4 times damage. And, ooh, we can't let that build. Ooh, uh-oh. Please don't lose. Oh, wow. Okay. Yikes, yikes, and more yikes. That was our first loss, and that's what I was talking about. Not a lot of bug type moves in the game, but having quad weakness or something really puts a damper in your plans. Let's try this again. Alright, attempt number 2. So, Confusion hits Metapod, slows me down a little bit. That's not good. Scyther comes out next. I decide to go for Leech Seed, and yes, okay, it's seeded. I proceed to go to Recover because, oh, wow. I was kind of hoping it would miss. Alright, we're going to try again. We have to get a run to where Scyther gets confused or we just get lucky because it's a speed tie right now. The reason I say this is because you'll notice sometimes Scyther goes first, sometimes I go first. Yes, Confusion, that's what we need. Please hit stuff. Yes, that's exactly what we needed. Okay, to be on the safe side, Recover. Alright, that's cool. Use Harden. And we get the win. Woo! That required a bit of luck. I was really trying not to grind another level or 2 because I figured that we could do it. And we did it. So, awesome, awesome sauce. Let's move on. Alright, Rival Battle number 2. So, we use Confusion on Ghastly. 1 hit. Quilava's up next. It gets confused. It uses Ember. It does decent damage, but at least we don't get burnt. So, I'll take that. Knock it out. Last but not least is Zubat, and apparently we weren't in any real danger. So let's keep moving on. All right, Whitney time. So let's see how well this pans out. So Clefairy's up first. We go Confusion. Ooh, mixing up my words. Confusion. 3-hit KO. All right, Miltank is up next. So I take the time to use Leech Seed, but it keeps evading the attack. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use Recover. And okay, it misses. Good stuff. All right. Confusion. Rollout is not doing too much damage, and we get the win. It's probably one of the easiest Whitney fights that I've ever done, to be honest with you. We weren't really in real danger with Recovery and Leech Seed. I knew that was going to work. So on my way to go ahead and take care of the Sudowoodo situation, Togepi hatched from his egg. So if you guessed Togepi, you are correct. And actually, I forgot to pick up an egg. So we'll go back and pick it up a little later, or I may not worry about it. We'll see. All right, next rival fight with Jerk. Sends out Haunter first. Confusion almost knocks down 1 hit. Lick does super effective damage, but at least we don't get paralyzed, so that's good. Quilava's up next. I decide to use Ancient Power. It uses Ember, does decent damage, but we knock it out. Magnemite is up next, and the problem with Magnemite is I have 2 moves against a Steel-type Pokemon. So I'm going to try for Confusion first to see. And you've seen it's not doing much damage. He's using Sonic Boom. I go for Leech Seed. He misses Sonic Boom. I take this time to recover. And this is where Leech Seed and Recovery is going to be a save during the run, especially against Pokemon that might give us a little bit of trouble. Use Confusion against Zubat, and we get the win. Yes. And as you can see, my rival's still being a jerk, and I fall through a hole. Bumpy jerk. Alright, Morty time. And this should be pretty easy because we're psychic. So let's see how it goes. Confusion takes Ghastly down in 1 hit. With Haunter, Confusion takes it down in 1 hit. Gengar is going to be the real trouble. It puts to sleep. Not good. But Dreaming is not very effective. It was better off using Shadow Ball. I just needed to wake up. Ooh, I spoke too soon. Shouldn't have. Darn it. Yep, I brought that on myself. Second attempt, Morty. So Confusion again with 1 Ghastly. Confusion on the Haunter. Knock it out. Alright. Gengar, I decide to go ahead and use Leech Seed just in case it puts me to sleep. Alright, that's fine. You can use Shadow Ball. Hypnosis puts me to sleep, but at least we're still recovering. So that's good. That's going to be my saving grace just in case it uses Shadow Ball. We don't wake up in time. It's still using Dream Eater, so we should be in the clear as long as we don't get like a critical hit Shadow Ball or anything like that. It finally wakes up, it becomes confused, hurts itself confusion, and last but not least is the final Gengar, well, Haunter, sorry, and we knock it out and get the win. Like I said, Leech Seed is going to be our saving grace for this run whenever we have some trouble. Now, even though I want to do minimum battles, unfortunately, we have to battle the Kimono Girls because we need the HM Surf to get to the next gym. So I take my time to battle them, and the battles are not really that bad. The only one that I'm a little concerned about is Umbreon, seeing how we'll do because Confusion, or should I say Psychic type moves in general, are not effective against Dark types. So I hit it with Leech Seed, it hits Pursuit. I use Ancient Power, and the problem with Umbreon is extremely tanky, but we take it down pretty well. I'm a little concerned about when we end up going against Karen in the Elite Four. I wonder how much of a problem that's going to cause, but by then we'll also know more moves, so hopefully it won't be too much trouble. But we take out the Kimono Girls pretty easily, and in the process we also get the HM for Surf. So now I just got to figure out a Pokemon that teaches it. Alright, leader Chuck time. So Primate comes out first. I use Confusion. It almost goes down in one hit. We get our defense weakened, so that's not too great, but okay. Confusion on Poliwrath puts us to sleep. Probably one of the worst things that could have happened. And we get confused in a critical hit Dynamic Punch, and we get hit twice. Wow. It's already not looking too good. But Confusion hits. Surf hits next. Can we not hit ourselves with Confusion? And yes. Whew, that was a close call. I know some of y'all probably thinking I should have just used Leech Seed, but I was trying to make it a little more challenging. Okay, so I'm going to be honest. Unless it's a Pokemon that we're weak against, like for example, the next gym leader, we're going to have to probably use a Leech Seed strategy. Because it's a Steel type gym. I really don't want to use Leech Seed every single time because I feel like it's kind of a cheap shot. I feel like if I'm at a huge disadvantage, then yeah, I'll use Leech Seed. But other than that, you know, trying to not do that, you know, trying to make this challenge as a little bit somewhat difficult as possible because, like I said, Celebi is a good Pokemon right now, and you know we're about over halfway through, so let's go ahead and look at the stats. Level 31, and we have really good stats. Again, Celebi is a legendary Pokemon, so to be expected. But the next 3 gyms, well really 2 gyms, are going to be a problem. Why? Because we don't have any strong moves against Steel types. And to be honest, I don't really feel the need to get rid of Recovery or Leech Seed. That's a saving grace for us. Confusion and Ancient Power is not going to do a lot of damage against her Steel type Pokemon. So if we have to grind, we'll just go ahead and grind. It is what it is. Crap. You know what I just forgot? I never went to the Pokemon Tower to talk to the gym leader for Jasmine. So we got to go all the way back and then come back. Oh, man. I never forget that, but I guess I've been so focused on literally doing minimum battles that it really just slipped my mind. So yeah, we're going to have to go back. But before we do that, we battle Usain, I think is his name. I hope I'm saying his name right. So he comes out with Drowsy, and I forgot to heal at the Pokemon Center, so I just used Recovery on site, and we get put to sleep, which sucks. But luckily, Drowsy is not doing a lot of damage to us. Our Recover is disabled. We use Ancient Power. Thank goodness for that. Knock it out. Cool. Haunter comes out. We use Confusion. And then last but not least is Electrode. I give it a Leech Seed just in case it wants to use Self-Destruct, just to be on the safe side. Rollout is building up, but it's not doing much damage, and we get the win. Now let's go back and get this medicine situation situated so that way we can go ahead and move on to the next gym. Alright, leader Jasmine time. So, again, remember, Steel types could be a problem for us. We don't have many moves that are very effective, but let's see. Confusion does very little damage, but luckily Thunder Wave misses. And alright, we're good. So far, so good. Steelix is up next. That's kind of what I wanted. So I go for Leech Seed. because I know we're not going to have too many moves that are effective against it. As you can see, not only that, but we get a defensive drop. That's not good. Confusion's not doing anything, and she also has a hyper potion. I take this time to go for recover. Iron Tail is doing a lot of damage because of the defensive drop that we received. I'm hoping that we can confuse it. That might help out a little bit, but like I said, Iron Tail is just like mopping the floor, and then Screech. Oh my goodness, that's really not helping. Luckily, Iron Tail does miss twice. Whew. And we get lucky with that. Magnemite, I'm not taking any chances because it could confuse us and paralyze us. So I just give it Elite Seed just to be on the safe side. Now we're paralyzed and confused. So again, that's not looking good. And we have a couple of defensive drops. So if we hit ourselves, that's not good. Ooh. Uh-oh. Ooh. Wow. Like, wow. We were so close. We were right there. I think we can get this off without grinding a little bit. Let's try this again. Attempt number 2. And another problem you may or may not have noticed, and we get paralyzed off rip, that's not good, is the fact that Celebi can't learn too many psychic type moves that can hit the opponent. You know, it can learn psychic, but the problem is it can't learn psychic via level up, and we don't have access to psychic until after the Elite Four. So it's not really going to do any good for us until we battle blue and red. So right now we just have to manage with what we have the best way we can. Iron Tail hits us pretty hard. Hopefully it doesn't knock us out, and it does. Okay, so at this point I have a decision to make. I can 1, grind, or number 2, I can teach Celebi Mud Slap in hopes that that will do a little better. But if I teach it Mud Slap, I have to get rid of a move. I'm not getting rid of Confusion. I don't want to get rid of Ancient Power because it helps us out with coverage. So it's, do I get rid of Recover or do I get rid of Leech Seed? Decisions, decisions, decisions. Ooh, this is a tough one. You know what? I'm just going to keep trying because those 2 moves are going to save us in terms of making this one not so difficult. Alright, so I come back at level 36. Confusion is not really doing too much more damage, so we're just going to have to get lucky. But the good news is we don't get paralyzed, so that's good. I decided to go for Leech Seed on Steelix on site. Alright, so Iron Tail, no defensive drops, that's all I ask for, please. And we're taking a bit of damage. I recover. Iron Tail again, we get a defensive drop, and she uses a hyper potion. I go for Ancient Power. I knew Ancient Power wasn't going to do much. I just did to try to increase the stats. And you saw how much Iron Tail just did. And we get another defensive drop. So at this point, I'm just going to keep recovering because it's just going to take so much damage with us. Alright, so that's good. Magnemite is up next. Leech Seed, success. No paralysis. Confusion on Magnemite. So far, we're getting good because it's missing. And we get the win. Whew. Thank goodness. I did not want to have to grind up. I already grinded up a few more levels past what I wanted to. I didn't want to be at level 36 because remember, the goal at the end of the game is to be level 65 or lower by the time we beat red. Or was it level 60? 60, 65, one of the two, whatever. I just don't want to get too close. And I already know that one of the major problems that we're going to encounter is going to be when we face the Elite Four member Karen, as I mentioned before. Not only that, but it's going to get harder and harder to skip minimum battles. So I have to be very cautious at how much I grind and only grind when it's extremely necessary. That was an extremely necessary grind. Now, even though we have a disadvantage against Price's Gym, which will be coming up very soon, I know for a fact that we won't necessarily have to super grind for that. So the Rocket executives honestly haven't been too hard. Team Rocket in general. Most of the Pokemon that they have are like weak to psychic types or pretty neutral. And we have good coverage. And even if we didn't, we have a good move pool to where we would still give them issues. So Team Rocket isn't going to be hard here. And they're not going to be hard when it's all said and done either. Alright, time for Price. And depending on how this goes, could be a problem because we're part grass. But we'll see. Seal becomes confused. It doesn't take a hit on us, so that's good. Dukong is next. I decided to go for Ancient Power. It almost knocks it out, but guess what? We get all these increases, so that works well for us. I'm good with that. Piloswine is up finally, and it doesn't go for Blizzard, so I'm cool with that. It does use a Hyper Potion, but once again, we get another increase. And just in case you didn't know, Ancient Power has a 10% chance to increase all of your stats. For that to happen twice in the battle, that's rare. That's really good luck right there. But we get the win, and thank goodness it didn't use Blizzard or Powder Snow or anything. We weren't really in any real danger, and we can move on to the final gym. Wait, my bad. False alarm. We got to take care of Team Rocket before we move on to the final gym. So let's do that first. All right, next director just has a whole bunch of coughing. So as long as we could take him out in one hit, I think he has a wheezing in there somewhere, we should be good. So I'm not too worried about that. 2 coughings down. 3 coughings down. Wheezing goes down. And last coughing goes down. Okay. That was so corny. But for those who are... Oh, wait. Not last coughing goes down. Wait, one more. Crap. I spoke too soon. No. Okay. That was close. All right. Listen. First of all, that was a horrible rendition of the counting, what was it, vampire from Sesame Street. I did that because that was what J Rose, that's what J Rose does. Shout out to him. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. He does that when he knocks out multiple Pokemon in a row. Y'all can tell I get my inspiration from J Rose and Madra Bread. Shout out to them. Yeah, they're the reasons why I've even started doing these Pokemon Solo Run challenges. Again, they're PokeTubers in a sense where they, you know, they load challenges constantly. I'm not. I just do this for fun. Right. Next rival battle. So he sends out Golbat first. Confusion takes it down in one hit. Sneasel's up next, and that would be a problem, but we have Ancient Power, so that's good. Quilava, we use Ancient Power in it. It takes it down in one hit. Magnemite is up next, which might give us the most trouble. We get paralyzed. Yikes. And this is what I'm talking about. And then last but not least, we have Haunter. Please, no curse, but we get the hit and we get the win. All right, cool. Let's move on. All right, here's where things get interesting. Going ahead and battling the executives, and these are the strongest that Team Rocket has to offer. So, can we do well? Let's find out. All right, first executive, Arbok comes out first. Confusion takes it down, level 46. All right, Murkrow, dark type, so slash flying type. So we go for Ancient Power. Vileplume is up next. Confusion should take it out in one hit. All right, so this was easy, but this executive has a Houndoom and could give us trouble if we're not careful. Ancient Power, all right, cool. Houndoom comes out, another Ancient Power, takes it out in one hit, so that's good. And coughing, and okay, went a lot better than I thought, but I think it's also because we are slightly over leveled for my desire at this point of the game. But Team Rocket is done, and we can finally do some errands real quick and then move on to the 8th and final gym. Last gym leader. All right, let's see how we do. Confusion with Dragonair, but it doesn't take it out in one hit, and that can be a problem because we're paralyzed. And as you can see, we're having terrible paralyzation luck. We get the victory with that Dragonair, but that doesn't mean too much because again, we're paralyzed. And Ice Beam, oh lord, didn't need that. Okay, come on, recover. All right, let's keep it going. And this is why I purposely kept recovering Leech Seed for times like this where I knew it would be a problem. And again, we're just having horrible paralysis luck, so it's not really making much of a difference at this point. But Leech Seed is zapping it out, so we did good. Last but not least, before Kingdra, is the other Dragonair. I Leech Seeded as well. And the reason why I'm Leech Seeding it is just in case we have horrible paralysis luck, we can go ahead and still make our move. Last but not least is Kingdra. It goes for Dragon Breath. It also knows Hyper Beam, so I have to be careful for that. And we're paralyzed, and this is horrible. Okay, recover. That's what we needed. See? And Hyper Beam actually didn't take that much damage, which is cool. but I'm pretty sure she might have another Hyper Potion, so just to be on the safe side, and of course we get a crit, but we get the win, and Leech Seed and Recover saved us, and it's probably going to save us a lot during the Elite Four as well. Alright, final rival fight before we get to the Elite Four. Ancient Power takes Sneasel out in one hit. Typhlosion almost gets taken out in one hit. Woo! That Flame Wheel did a lot of damage. Wasn't expecting that, but cool. Goes down. Golbat goes down in one hit. Magneton is going to be an issue. It gets confused, so I'm cool with that. I use Leech Seed just to be on the safe side. And I take this time to recover. Yes, I'm being stingy, and I'm getting a lot of good confusion luck, so hey, I'll take that. Haunter's up next. I use confusion on it, and last but not least is Kadabra. Ancient Power takes it out, and we get the win. I'm not gonna lie, that was the toughest rival fight so far, but we win, and now we are ready for, or at least I hope we're ready for the Elite Four. Let's take a look at our stats before we go ahead and everything is looking really good. The question is, are we at a high enough level to get through the Elite Four the way we are? I know Will should be pretty straight. I'm a little concerned for Karen, as I stated before. Bruno and Koga shouldn't be an issue, and Lance could be up in the air depending on the situation. So go ahead and make your final guesses right now to see if we can beat the Elite Four at our current level. Let's do this. Alright, time to go against Will. For those who are wondering, yes, I am playing Super Mario music in the background. Why? Because I just want to. Alright, Ancient Power, Exalt 2, it almost knocks it out in one hit. Wish it would have been a one-hit KO, but that's cool. I'll take that. Jinx is up next. It's an Ice type, so I go ahead Ancient Power for that. Exalt 2, another Ancient Power. It uses Psychic, but at least we're not getting the drop and we're not getting paralyzed. I might just need to stick to Confusion to save the Ancient Power, because I don't have a lot of those, and we get confused, which is not good. It uses Psychic, but as long as we don't get any special drops, we're good. Exeggutor is up next. I decided to put Leech Seed on it, but I forgot that it can evade the attack. So, as long as we continue to not get any special drops, I think we should be good. It gets confused, so I'm cool with that. Uh-oh. And we got a drop. Alright, so recover time, cool. It uses Psychic. As long as we don't get any more drops, we should be fine. And Confusion takes it out. Okay, alright. Slowbro. Last but not least, I go for Ancient Power. It uses Amnesia. Not really what we wanted, but okay. Alright, whatever. Go for Confusion, and it gets a critical hit, and we get the win. Alright. Cool. The main problem with the Elite Four with Celebi right now is we only have 2 attacking moves. I mean, of course, you know, we can always stall out, but sometimes that may work in our favor and sometimes it doesn't. And of course we heal because we use, you know, items outside of battle. I decide to use, if I can find it, my Ether to go ahead and restore Ancient Power. And hopefully we don't have to do this too much, but I think we have more than enough to where we should be fine. Alright, good old Koga. So, Confusion with Area Dose, 1 hit. Alright, Venomoth is going down almost 1 hit. Nah, that's cool. Fortress is going to be a problem. It evades Leech Seed, so I'm doing this just in case it decides to use Explosion, and we can still have some health. It uses Protect. Not what we wanted, but okay. Confusion actually does more damage. Well, we won't know because we got a critical hit, but whatever. Muck uses Sludge Bomb. Not good. At least we didn't get poisoned. Last but not least is Crowbat. It's fast, so I decided to give it a Leech Seed, and we get Toxic. That's not what we wanted, but we take it out in 1 hit, and we get the win. All right, much better fight. Let's move on. Take into account is I don't have any healing items as far as like full heals or full restores. So we have to make sure we don't get paralyzed or poisoned, because otherwise that's going to be trouble. So, but we don't have to worry about that with Bruno. Bruno should be pretty easy, right? Right? Except I forgot to restore power points on certain attacks. So, yeah, let's try to get through this quick. All right, so Hitmontop goes down in 2 hits. Not ideal, but okay. Hitmonchan is, okay, 2 hits as well. Machamp, let me just give it a Leech Seed. Rock Slide doesn't do a lot of damage. I'm just going to go ahead and play it safer right now and just let it go down, so that way I know we can get it down to 1 hit. Confusion takes it down to 1 hit. All right, cool. I used Confusion on Onyx. Oh, that's not what we wanted. I needed to go. Okay, I used all my Confusions up. So the only thing I have right now is Ancient Power. And it's not very effective, but luckily they're not very effective against us. So I could take that. And do we get the win? Yes, we do. All right. Now, on to the hardest Elite Four member that we're going to face, and that is Karen. Karen is going to give us the most problems. Or maybe not. You know, I've been lucky in some cases, but, you know, just in case, let's see. All right, here comes Karen. So we start off with Leech Seed on Umbreon. We get an accuracy drop. Not good. And we get confused. So this is already not looking good. Feint Attack is not doing a lot of damage, which is good. But it's not helping that we're not hitting and we keep hitting ourselves in confusion. So we get confused no more. All right, cool. I can take that. I'll use one more recover and cool. Down goes Umbreon. Murkrow's next. Ancient Power takes it out in one hit. Houndoom, please one hit. Yes, we probably would not be able to survive a Flamethrower. Vileplume is up next. Confusion, almost one hit, and we get paralyzed. And not only is that not good for this battle, but that's not good for overall because I don't think we have any more healing items. Gengar's up next. It uses Curse. We miss and we get Spite. And oh my lord, we ran out. Okay. Ancient Pop. Oh, wow. Okay. That wasn't supposed to happen, y'all. Alright, so looks like we're going to be trying this again. Alright. Same strategy again. Leech Seed, we get Sand Attack. Okay, that's fine. I can take that. Feint Attack. As long as we don't get confused, we should be good. And we get confused. Yikes. Okay. Alright. We're going for Recover, but our HP was full. I don't know why. I misclicked on that. I'm just going to allow it to drain out so we don't waste any other moves. And we get confused again. Not looking good. Okay. Ancient Power, please hit. We hit ourselves in confusion, of course. Alright, cool. That's fine. Houndoom is up next. But we get hit with Flamethrower and we get knocked out in one hit. I told you guys, there was no way we were going to be able to tank a Flamethrower. Attempt number 3. I decided to go for Ancient Power first this time. It misses Sand Attack, which is good. I'm cool with that. Just don't confuse us. And that was extremely lucky. I mean, extremely lucky. Murkrow goes down in one hit. Houndoom, please one hit. It's not a one hit KO. Yikes. And it's going to use a max potion, but we get the win for that, so I'm cool. I can't use Leech Seed on Vileplume, so I decided to go for Confusion. It hurts itself for Confusion, so great. All right. Gengar, confused. I wish it was a one hit, but it uses Curse, and we get the win. Woo, that was extremely lucky. I am so happy. The last thing I wanted to do was not be able to beat Karen and then start all over because I'm doing it kind of the J. Rose way, where we don't save in between Elite Fours. So if I lose, that means not only do I have to start over, but I have to start over and with the current level. And we're already approaching the level that I wanted to max out on for Celebi. So it's not helping our case right now. Let's go through Lance. I'm a little bit nervous about him. I think we'll be fine. All right. Final battle. Let's see how we do. Let's go. Alright, Confusion with Gyarados. It uses Rain Dance, which means it can use Thunder, or Dragonite can use Thunder, and it won't miss. Let's just hope we don't get paralyzed, right? I think this might be the Dragonite that has Blizzard, so I go for Leech Seed just to be on the safe side. It uses Thunder Wave, so not looking good. Blizzard hits us, but at least since we're paralyzed, we can't get frozen. Aerodactyl's up next. It uses Wing Attack. I'm going to spam Recover as long as we don't. Okay, good. No bad paralysis luck. I'll take that. I'm just going to keep. Oh, nope. I'll take that back. Sucky Paralyzed luck. Come on. There we go. I'm just going to keep spamming this until, you know, we get through. But we still have to worry about Charizard because Charizard might be a problem. Ancient Power takes him out in one hit. Ooh, Charizard. I'm a little scared. Okay, please, please survive. Yes. All right, cool. Lance is up next. I said Lance is up next. Dragon is up next. Ooh, it missed Fire Blast. Ooh, that would have been bad. And we get taken out. Oh, yikes. All right. So the key to this battle is pretty much don't get paralyzed. If we can avoid paralyzation luck, we can beat Lance pretty easily. Let's try this again. You know what I realized? I left my rare candies. The 2 rare candies I had, they're in the PC. So, with that being said, oh, Gyarados gets confused. Okay, I wish we could get that on the Dragonite. That would be nice. Okay. We're just going to have to try to power through it. It's going to take a couple more attempts, but we should be able to get lucky at some point. Ancient Power. I wish Ancient Power would knock it out in one hit. It doesn't. Hyper Beam. That would have been a perfect time to have Paralysis Luck, to be honest with you. Okay, Leech Seed. Good, good. All right, Wing Attack. As long as we don't get a critical hit, I can take that. Yeah, keep going with your Wing Attacks. That's perfectly fine with me. Confusion hits. All right. I'm just going to keep trying to recover because Charizard's going to be next. Yes, and that's exactly what I wanted. All right. Charizard, come on with it. Flamethrower hits us. And you see Flamethrower literally takes just about half our health. So, Fire Blast. Ooh, we hang on with a Slither, but... yo. This is wild, son. This is wild. All right, another attempt. Confusion. Okay, it doesn't want to confuse itself. That's fine, I guess, you know. Cool. Hyper Beam hits us. I recover because it's going to have to recharge. All right. Dragonite, come on. Leech Seed. Thunder Wave hits us. And the reason I used Leech Seed was because I figured Thunder Wave was going to hit us regardless. So it was just like, whatever at this point, you know what I'm saying? But we're getting horrible paralysis luck. And 3 in a row? Come on, son. I'm really trying my best to not have to start over. So I have a little bit of a plan. I replaced Leech Seed with Rest. And I know some of you guys may be thinking, Marcus, that is crazy. However, I have an idea and I'm hoping that it works. And we'll see. So I'm using Recover and we knock out the Gyarados. Now, here's where the plan comes into play. Dragonite is going to paralyze us. Okay, no problem. As long as it... okay, there we go. As long as it doesn't hit too many blizzards. It only has so many blizzards, so it's going to keep doing that. It's a risk, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. As long as we don't get frozen. And that's when it starts using Hyper Beam, of course, because it ran out of blizzards. Twister's up next. We confuse it. I'm perfectly fine with that. It keeps using Twister because, again, what it's done is it's essentially running out of power points, or I thought it did. I try to rest and we become healthy. Okay, that's fine. I'll take Hyper Beam, recharge, confusion. Okay, cool. Next up is Aerodactyl. I use Ancient Power. It almost takes it out in one hit, but all of our stats go up, so it doesn't make a difference. I'm cool with that. It uses Wing Attack again. I use another Recover. It uses Hyper Beam this time, so I take time to recover while it recharges and hits with a confusion. Okay, next is Charizard. Ancient Power hits. Cool. Dragonite, Ancient Power, almost a one-hit KO. It uses Safeguard. And last but not least is the final Dragonite. Thunder Wave, okay, that's fine. Hyper Beam doesn't do much, and whew, we get the win. Okay, I know some of you guys are probably thinking that may not have been the best move. And I know you guys are probably also thinking this because you're saying to yourself, Marcus, that's going to cost you later on not holding on to Leech Seed. Look, it was a risk I was willing to take. It paid off. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm a little bit concerned when it comes to red because Leech Seed probably would have came in handy. But I think we should still be fine. We'll just play it by ear and see what happens. But I think we can still get through and still manage properly. And with that being said, we've beaten the Elite Four. But as you know, the game is not over yet. We have to go through Kanto and all the gym leaders there. We have one more rival battle, and then we have to battle Red. Now, can we still do this at level 65 or lower? I don't think so. Even with minimum battles the rest of the way, I feel like we're going to be slightly higher. But the lowest that we've gotten so far with any solo run challenges in Gen 2 is level 75 Lapras. So I figure if we can get it lower than level 75, that'll be somewhat of an okay accomplishment. And with that being said, let's slide over to Kanto. Alright, kind of a relevant battle here, but last battle against Team Rocket, and I decided to teach Psychic and Shadow Ball to Celebi. I got rid of Recover. Reason being is because we got rest. And I feel like that'll be a little more useful for blue and red, and you'll see why a little later. But Psychic, even though it doesn't have as many power points as Confusion, it's pretty much going to be one shot in a lot of Pokemon throughout the Kanto region. So it's going to be very useful. I decided to go ahead and catch Snorlax because Snorlax has leftovers. And just in case we'll need it for the final battle against Red. I don't think we will. I try not to use it as much. But hey, better to be safe than sorry, right? Alright, so I like to do the Kanto battles in order, even though you can really do it in any order just about. So we're up against Brock first, and this should be easy because a lot of Brock's Pokemon have pretty weak special defense. Psychic takes out Graveler, then Almastar. Rhyhorn is up next. He goes down in one hit. Onyx, we take him down in one hit because he's really weak special defense. Kabutops, another one hit KO, and that's it. And like I said before, as I mentioned, Psychic is going to pretty much obliterate just about anybody unless they're Dark type or Psychic type themselves. So let's move on. Alright, final rival fight of the game. Well, unless you count the extra, which we're not going to do. Because that's not necessarily part of the in-game stuff. Sneasel goes down in one hit. Typhlosion almost goes down in one hit. Our stats go up. Flame Wheel doesn't do much. Thank goodness we don't get burnt. Next we have Golbat. Psychic it down. That's one hit. Alright, Magneton. Psychic. Oh, one hit. Very good. Told y'all Psychic was going to do a lot of damage. Gengar, go for Psychic on that as well. And last but not least is Alakazam. I'll use Shadow Ball, and we get the easy victory. Hey, look on the bright side. At least our rival grew up a little bit. Alright, Misty's up next, and this should be pretty easy. Psychic almost takes Golduck down in one hit, so 2-hit KO. Next up is Lapras, which we have to be careful because it's part Ice type. Our stats went up, but it uses Blizzard. Thank goodness it doesn't take too much damage. Next we have Starmie. I go for Shadow Ball. That knocks it out in one hit. And last but not least, we have Quagsire. I go for Psychic, and we get the win. Alright, let's keep it moving. Alright, Lieutenant Surge is up next. This should be an easy one. Psychic takes down Raichu in one hit. Electrode, one hit. Magneton, almost one hit. Okay, 2 hits. Alright, cool. Second Electrode goes down to one hit. Electabuzz, which is the strongest one. Oh, almost one hit, but it gets a special defense drop. Uses a Hyper Potion, and easy win. Alright. Alright, Erica's up next. This should be another easy one. Tangela, I didn't mean to do Shadow Ball, I meant to do Psychic, but whatever. 2-hit KO. Blossom is up next. Almost a 1-hit KO. Oh man. Okay. It's trying to make sure it goes for Solar Beam, but missed out on that opportunity. Jump Bluff is up next. 1-hit KO. And last but not least, Victory Bell, which is also 1-hit KO. Alright. Alright, Janine is up next. And she's just pretty much another version of Koga, so mostly poison types. Psychic should take everybody out. That's 2 1-hit KOs. 3 1-hit KOs. 4 1-hit KOs, and 5. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, Sabrina's up next. Espeon's up first. 1 Shadow Ball takes it out with a crit. Mr. Mime is up next. Another Shadow Ball takes it out. And last but not least is Alakazam. Can we knock it out in 1 hit? And yes, we do. Alright, next we have Blaine. And even though Blaine's AI is better in Gen 2, still not gonna stand a chance against us. Macargo goes down in 1 hit. Magmar goes down in 1 hit. Will Rapidash go down in 1 hit? Yes, it does. And doesn't stand half of a chance. Now, here's where things might get a little tough. Blue is the second best trainer in this game, so let's see how we do. Pidgeotto almost goes down in 1 hit. Use Ancient Power right back, but it does nothing. Exeggutor is up next. Gets a special defense drop, so that's good. Alright. Next we have Argonine. We gotta be careful with it. Flamethrower does a lot of damage, and he uses a full restore, so that's not good. Alright, but we take it down. Alakazam is up next. We go for a Shadow Ball. Good thing it doesn't outspeed us. Gyarados, I go for Psychic just to be on the safe side. It uses Twister and uses a full restore, and we take it down. And last but not least is Rhydon, and we use Giga Drain, and we get the win. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, just looking at this kind of scares me for when we face Red's Charizard. That Flamethrower could probably take us out in one hit, so we gotta be careful. Alright, so before we head to Mount Silver, let's take one final look at our stats, okay? Stats are looking really good. However, there are two Pokemon that I'm worried about for this battle. Actually, we're just going to say three. Charizard, Blastoise, and Snorlax. Snorlax because it is just durable as crap no matter what. I'm worried about Charizard because it has Flamethrower, and if it outspeeds us especially, it could take us out. And then Blastoise because Blastoise has Blizzard. Even though it doesn't get type coverage, it's a higher level than us, so that could be problematic. I'm wondering if we can beat the game with level 65 or not. I also have leftovers. I haven't attached it to Celebi yet, but just in case. I'm going to say it's going to be very tough. It might be possible. I think we can definitely do it before level 75, well before that, but by level 65, that's going to be tough. Comment below and let me know what you guys think. Let's do this. What I forgot to do was get the HM Flash. I was supposed to do that before I actually went to Kanto, and I didn't. And you know what's interesting? You know, normally when you play Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal, they have the animation where your rival has defeated the Sage, and you know, the Sage reminds them that Pokemon are not tools of war. But if you wait and you do this like after you have defeated the first gym leader, or should I say the second gym leader, really, the rival won't be in here at all. So it's pretty interesting. But, you know, we are extremely over-leveled compared to where he's at. So obviously this is a one-hit KO for everyone, as you can see. And I am, again, I said this before and I said it again, I don't know if we'll be able to beat the game at level 65 with Celebi. I hope we can, but we're awfully close. And even if we can manage to get through all the Pokemon, I think we might end up leveling up in the process. But I might be speaking too soon. We might even need a couple more levels. Hopefully not. Let's see. And just for the record, just in case some of you guys were wondering, I tried to get through this cave without using the Flash HM, or getting the Flash HM for that matter, because I knew it would waste a little bit of time. But it was darn near impossible. Even looking at the map, it just, I couldn't do it. I just wasn't able to. So I just said, screw it, and we gonna go from here. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. Final battle against Red. Let's see how successful we'll be. I start off with Psychic on Pikachu. It drops our attack with Charm. That could hurt us later on when it comes to Charizard with Ancient Power, but we'll see. And it keeps using its full restores, which is not a bad thing because at least it's using it on Pikachu and we didn't get paralyzed. Next is Charizard. And Ancient Power is not really doing much. Flamethrower doesn't take us down, but we get burnt in the process. So already we're looking at a disadvantage and we just lose. Alright, trying one more time. Giga Drain, Charm hits us. Okay, alright. It uses full restore. I don't know why it used full restore. Like, and okay, whatever. Cool. Alright, Charizard's up next. Ancient Power. We don't get what we need. We'll use another Ancient Power and yeah. This is not going to be possible. Even, I think, with leftovers, honestly, it wouldn't make much of a difference. I don't think we're going to be able to do it at level 65. We might just have to grind a little bit and then just kind of go from there. Alright, attempt number 1 at level 67. And I remove the leftovers because I prefer to see if I can do it without the leftovers first. I go for Psychic. It's still not a one-hit KO. And, okay, yeah. Now, it's getting close, but we get a crit on the Shadow Ball. Wow. All right. Of all moves, you wanted to knock it out with that. Whatever. Ancient Power, still not doing what it needs to do. And Flamethrower is still going to take us out, obviously. Yep. Charm can't happen. All right. Attempt number 2 at level 70. No misclicks this time. All right. Psychic takes it down in one hit. Ancient Power, one-hit KO, please. Yes. All right, Espeon is up next. Will Shadow Ball take it down to one hit? Okay, it does. Snorlax is up next. Okay. Psychic. It's not really doing too much more damage, which kind of sucks. Not paralyzed. Body Slam gets a critical hit. We get stat boost though, so that's good from Ancient Power. Come on, come on. We get paralyzed. No. Yes. All right. But we got Venusaur next, and we may not survive. Okay, wait. We might. All right. Ooh, Blastoise Slash. Please miss with Blizzard. Please miss Blizzard. Oh, darn it. Yo. If we weren't paralyzed, we could have won that. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, let me see what Ancient Power does with Pikachu. I'm experimenting right now. Charm misses. Okay, I'm glad because that would have been bad. What? Really? So there's a range on Psychic. Okay, so there's a range on Psychic. Wow, okay. That sucks. Ancient Power on Charizard. One-hit KO. Espeon. Shadow Ball. Almost a one-hit KO. Alright, let me get some of that health back. Appreciate it. Okay. Snorlax, I'm gonna just spam Ancient Powers on it. Okay, because he wants to use Amnesia. And why? Yo, like, I'm sick of being paralyzed by Body Slam. Like, that's killing me right now, dog. Alright, level 72 without leftovers. Psychic takes out Pikachu in one hit. Next up is Charizard. Ancient Power takes it out in one hit. Okay, so far so good. Espeon, can we one-shot it? Yep, alright, good. Snorlax is up next. Ancient Power, it uses Amnesia. I'm using Ancient Power in hopes that we'll get something going. It goes to sleep. Okay, I'm cool with that. I'm gonna save. Actually, I'll just use some Ancient Powers. Okay, so it uses Snore. Alright, that's fine. While it's sleep, I'm going to go ahead and use Giga Drain, get some of that energy back. Not much. We get paralyzed. So things are not looking good, and I probably should have went for Psychic first. Alright, attempt number 3 with no leftovers. Alright, Pikachu goes down as normal. Charizard goes down as normal. Espeon, no misclick this time, but it's not a whoa. So it's a range. Okay, that sucks. Alright, Ancient Power. Good, we got the boost that we needed, so I'm very happy about that. Hopefully this makes a difference. Come on. Yes. Alright, Venusaur's up next. Psychic, one-hit KO. Blastoise, Giga Drain is not a one-hit KO, but are you freaking what the heck? What the heck? Okay, we defrosted just in time. Yes. Alright. And with that being said, we get the win. Oh man, that was rough. Oh, we got so lucky. We were frozen. Thank God this is not Gen 1, because if it was Gen 1, this would have been over. Woo! I'm so glad we managed to get that win. That was crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. That was really, really crazy. But we did it. And to be honest, I'm happy. I do wish it was at level 65 or whatever level I said from the beginning. I can't remember. But that just literally shows how good Red is. Even with a legendary Pokemon, it takes quite a bit of time and a good strategy. Now, I do admit, I think I hurt myself by getting rid of Recover and Leech Seed. But hey, you know what? It's all good. It happens. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of solo run YouTubers, they live and they learn and they figure out what works better later on. And for me, I do a lot of these challenges, like when I'm doing it live with the voiceovers. It's my first time ever doing the challenge, so there's a lot of things that I don't know. You know, there are a lot of YouTubers where they've done these challenges before they posted it online, which is there's nothing wrong with that by any means. To each his or her own. But for me, I do it like this for the thrill and the excitement. And it's just really cool. Like, I learn something new every time. Like, you know, the past couple of challenges, I've learned where all the ethers and PP ups were at and stuff like that. But anyways, that's besides the point. We did it. Thank you guys for joining me. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. If you are watching this on the day it's released, it would be December 31st of 2020. So I hope you have a happy new year. And even if you're watching this after 2020, still, hope you're having a great year nonetheless. Starting next month, we're going to go back, or should I say January 2021, we're going to go back to doing Pokemon Solo Run challenges once a month. Because again, I'm not a Pokemon Solo Run YouTuber. I just do this for fun with other content. So make sure you check out some of my other content as well, my daily slice of life stuff. And, let me know in the comments what Pokemon Solo Run challenge you would like to see me do in the future. My next challenge is going to be a Pokemon in Fire Red. We're going to be going back to Gen 3. I'm not sure what Pokemon I'm going to do yet. I'll let you guys know. And I'm actually about to start playing Diamond and Pearl so I can get used to the mechanics there. So eventually I can do a Solo Run challenge in Gen 4. But with all that being said, I love you guys. God bless. Make sure you stay safe and take care of yourselves. Until next time. Peace.